this, I think we have engaged in check. I'm not good at protocol talking because I'm a very, very practical person. So, like our organization, we have people that are managing things, and I tell you, when they get into trouble, just let me know. A young guy wakes up and says he wants to change the whole world, want to make the economy better. I expected everybody, you know, when I was serving, I traveled over the local government, I expected support everywhere. But the biggest option I came encounter was even my neighbor, people close to me. Let me don't mention, just that. So, and people, good people that just told me, don't waste your time. Now I understood that they knew what they were talking about. But what kept me was, I knew that if I don't do this, I can't be happy because I feel, I didn't choose medicine. I was called, okay, that's another thing. Let me go start another thing. Okay, so if I'm doing any other thing, I don't think I'll be happy. The second thing I've learned, which is the most important thing I've learned, is engaging people. Some people have gone ahead. There are some battles you don't need to fight. You know, for example, when you leverage work with check, there's some benefits you get. But a lot of people under us have got a lot of opportunities they would not have gotten if they have to go straight through their own way. I don't know how better to explain this. One of the things I've learned to engage is mentorship. And this is the mistake a lot of our young generation, a lot of us in the, and I made that mistake for many years until I learned in the hard way and I knew that, you know, so what I don't joke with is mentorship. And it's scriptural. It's scriptural. You know, so a lot of us feel, as young people feel that people ahead of us, they don't know anything. They are all bad. Everybody in government is bad. Everybody, you are the only one that is right. And you keep doing it your own way. You know, one of the things you must learn, like I'm glad that my father is here, Professor at the end, you know, we went to the same fellowship. And sometimes I don't understand, we'll be sitting in the same, and he'll be talking to us, and I'm reminding myself that, this is my consultant, and he'll be so free with us, you know. For many years, I wasn't too close with him, and when I went back to him to invite him to the program, the way he said, brother, I said, I'm on the, you know, and I was trying to speak English to him, and he's going to come, and I was like, fathers like this are not common, just like KBSC. And I'm sure I was going to leverage more with him because I don't joke. I will now not say because I'm now sitting together with Professor, I will now be behaving myself anyhow. No. God has put him there for a purpose. The same way God put KBSC there for a purpose. I'm going to Lekki also because my father in the Lord, my reverend, his church is there. And so one of the things you must be careful of, a lot of things a lot of us young people we don't know. And also our doctor, my senior colleague here, I'm still going to relate to him more beyond this. So that you don't fight battles you don't need to fight. So when you want to do anything, who are the people that are there? So you can continue from where they have stopped. And the tough thing I've learned in this journey is that you have to be determined. If you see obstacles, there will be obstacles. You can either see it as stumbling blocks or see them as stepping stones. Because let me tell you the secret. What I've learned to do is just do your best. But what I've learned in the process of doing my best is that somehow things just work out. Like for Lekki, we just wanted to do our best. There's nothing more than that. And things begin to open. For example, we didn't plan that we'll be doing thyroid surgeries. You know, we didn't plan that we did eye surgeries. But we came to Oba, we saw a lot of eye problems. And we were like, can we do something about it? And it worked out. And we saw thyroid cases. Can we do something about it? When someone gave me, sorry. And we saw cleft, yes, cleft. We are doing cleft cases. I was talking about thyroid surgery. Someone gave me a budget of $500,000. And it was telling the truth. It was, you know, and I was like, no, this is not going to work. So I spoke with another person, and the person said, you know what? I'm going to do everything for you. You guys will just give whatever you can. I was like, I've already cancelled that this is not possible. So if people see us do stuff, they think we have it's just God working. We're also leveraging on advice and also determination. Because if you look at the normal ways, you just want to sit down and make things work out. But I believe that Nigeria is going to work. And there are a lot of opportunities to make it work. So I'll invite my father. I want him to speak to us as father to children. Yeah, so yes, not our official talking. So that you just come and speak with us.
So we all stay in the home machine. So we don't get to see each other, right? Because I'm not the visitors who are there teaching us. I don't think I've ever teach us when you're speaking. So, Prof, thank you. You're welcome. Thank you for being there for us. We, the younger ones, and we look up to people like you. We are very happy and comfortable that you are there for us. In our going around the country, we know that we have somewhere to fall back on. If we lack any experience somewhere, we know where to go and have the experience. So thank you for making yourself available. Dr. Adisa, Atanda, Atanda. You go to our méjì là dé Atanda tó wà prominent. Labidi Adeyemi is Atanda. Oladapo Oyediran is Atanda. So you are Atanda Omatiwa. Hallelujah. My colleagues in Czech, beginning from our Oga, because that is our Oga, we are all his boys. We are ready to go to anywhere you want us to go. And his wife, Dr. Babari Misad, Dr. Mrs. Babari Misad, thank you for what you are doing. I want to thank each and every one of you for at least sacrificing your own time for the well-being of humanity, for the well-being of our nation. There is another lesson here that I'm learning. Look at this gentleman here. He is so quiet. He is moving the recording gadget up and down. But when you see him in the theater, this man is not gentle on human flesh. As you see him, what some of us are afraid of looking at, is very pleasant to look at them. In fact, we will be smiling. I don't know when I will be so comfortable or so confident to do what you do, or I mean to look at what you are doing, not to do what you do. It's late. I cannot go to the theater any longer to go and operate anybody. It will be too difficult for me to go back to school and learn one or two things. But I want to thank each and every one of you for sacrificing your time, your talents. It is not easy. It is not easy. And that is why you don't need any other definition of nation builders than what you are doing.
Sorry.
Because you are building the nation. Though as a social scientist, I'm going to have a little bit of problem with nation, the word nation. But there is no time for us to look into that today. But let's just go by the simpler meaning of nation building. By you contributing your own little quota, you are building the nation called Nigeria. You are building the nation called Yoruba nation. Because what you do is what is not common, but what is significant to living well in Nigeria. Because a healthy nation is a wealthy nation. We know the major problems we have in Nigeria. It's not that we don't have the resources. Mention all the resources. It's only one that we lack. And it's not that we don't have them, but they don't have the opportunity of getting to the place where they will make the difference. And what is that resources that we lack? Is leadership. And without good leaders, it is difficult to harness the resources of this nation together and break even. It is the general sickness we have in Nigeria today. Some few individuals that want to make the difference, the law is not allowing them to do it. Look at the security challenges we have in Nigeria. It's not that there are no solutions to the security challenges, but there are limitations. Limitations of the constitution we operate. No matter how good the idea of Seyi Makinde is to curb the insecurity system in Oyo State, he is being restrained by the constitution because he doesn't have control over the security forces. Yes, and he's still the Chief Security Officer of Oyo State. If he calls in the Commissioner of Police in Oyo State, the Commissioner of Police will have to wait for permission from Abuja before he can answer the governor. Let me ask you, the period of waiting, who knows what will happen? Yet, if anything went wrong, Makinde will be mentioned, that not being capable. The same thing is happening in the health sector. Like our facilitator just said, that a minister who is a medical conductor, a consultant, must know what he wants in his ministry. But can he get all what he wants? No. Because somebody appointed him there. He must listen to the dictates of the man that appointed him to that position. Because as I say that he who pays the piper dictates the tune. If he refuses to listen to the man that appointed him, he will be removed the next day. And mark you, in Nigeria, the least thing we want to do is to leave our work. I was listening to a minister just a few days ago. He said because of something that is happening in his ministry, in some of the facilities under his ministry, he will not resign. If it were to be in another country, such a minister will put in his letter immediately as not being capable of managing that place. But in Nigeria, it is not so. So if you want to be a nation builder, you can begin from the little you can afford. And that is exactly what we are doing in Czech. Some of us appreciate what you do in Czech. Like you came to my community, you attended to 3,438 people. These people did not come to play. They had a problem before they came. And we were able to attend to 3,438. And we went to Badagry. Despite being the first attempt in Badagry, we attended to over 800 people within 2 days. If we are to just go by simple calculation, 3,438 people, we had 138 surgical surgeries. And I'm sure surgical operations are too cheap now, maybe they are about 5 naira. Because I heard you talking about thyroid now, 500,000 naira. How many people can afford that? And we operated about 3 or so thyroid in our place. That is, multiply 500,000 by 3, that is 1.5 million naira. You've contributed 1.5 million naira to the growth of the economy of this nation. That is by simple calculation. Now pick all these operations that we did, one after the other. Begin to put value to each of the operations. That is what Czech has contributed within 3 days. I don't think any politician is doing that today. So we have problem of leadership. We have the wherewithal. We have trained doctors. Why is it that when our doctors travel outside the country, they perform brilliantly well? They begin to win prizes. But that's when they are in Nigeria, they are not recognized. Because the atmosphere where you find yourself operating is not conducive. Why is it not conducive? We had fathers of the nation who meant well for this country. Those are the people that built places like Adeoyo, people that built places like Youth Age, people that built places like OAU Teaching Hospital, and so on and so forth. Where are those people today? Where are the people occupying such positions today? What are they doing to develop the nation? We need to begin to agitate our minds with some of these things. And that is the essence of a seminar like this. Czech is out to make the difference. We need to begin to ask ourselves, what can we do to better the position of this nation than how we met it? Something is happening in my domain now. Governor Seyi Makinde decided to renovate all the primary health centers in Oyo State. All. including the ones built by the federal government. He is renovating them, he is building new ones, and he plans to equip them. Along the line, we discovered that there were 2 primary health centers that belongs to the federal government in my domain, and the contracts were awarded for these primary health centers since February this year. They did not move to site. Upon my investigation, I discovered that 70% of the contract sum had been collected. I went to a way of getting across to the Minister of State for Health, because I happened to meet him somewhere in a church. And I knew my boy that took me to that church. I called him, this is what is happening in my domain. Thank God it's your place. Let the Honorable Minister knows that this is what is happening. 70% of the contract sum. The following week, the consultants came to me. That is from Abuja. They want to begin work on the innovation of the primary health centers. Already, Oyo State government had reached about 95% of the renovation. And I told him that you collected 20% of this contract sum this date. You collected 50% of this contract sum this day, making 70%. What have you done with this 70% to date? He was looking at me. I said, I don't have quarrel with you. We need quarters for the staff of the primary health center. The money for this, 73 million naira, sir. No, 77 million naira per each primary health center. That is why I say, not that we don't have the resources, but we don't have leadership. If I did not go extra mile to investigate and discover, that money is gone. And that is one of the problems we have. One of the challenges confronting us in Nigeria, particularly the health sector. You know, you doctors, you are patient, you are gentle, you are not to be seen, but your works will speak for you. But some of us, yes, the position I occupy is so delicate. I can be removed by a stroke of pen. Your job security is better than mine. But I choose to speak, I choose to walk, I choose to act. If they ask me to go today, I said it in Badagry. Yes, sir. I said, if they ask me to go today, sir, Prof, I have a work to do. I'm an evangelist. I will just pick my Bible and hit the bush. I am not afraid to speak the truth to government. But not all of us can do that. The little you have chosen to do, please be sincere, be more dedicated, be ready to give more for the development of humanity and for the upliftment of the downtrodden in our communities. Those people you saw, I'm sure greater percentage of 3,438 people you saw, you saw their status. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. If you are to rate them, some of them, if they give you food, you won't be able to eat. Yes, sir. And you expect people like that to go to UCH. You expect people like that to go to Adeoyo, to go to Lautech Teaching Hospital. When will they get the fund? But we need people to fill that gap. That is what check is doing. So learn through check. Go out there and give in your own best. Don't leave check alone. One of my boys that followed me when I was coming, because we came in from a fellowship. Today is our own fellowship. I am not Deborah, but I'm a Deborah in my spirit. We always have Deborah's Army prayer ministry every second Saturday of the month. So we are from that prayer ministry down to this place. So one of our members of Czech, he has joined that ministry. He followed me to this place. Most of the things I told him in the car, you've mentioned them here. I told him that, look, it will get to a time that Czech will have more than what it can bite. Because you will want to be dividing yourself into two. Maybe some of you will go this way, some of you will go in this way. It will come to a time when Dr. Babari said we need assistance of other doctors to come and run check because the workload will be too much for him. Because what you are doing pleases God. And once it pleases God, it pleases man. So please, continue. I will end up my speech with a story. It's a story, it's not in the Bible. There, you know the common car we have in Nigeria in those days is a Beetle, Volkswagen. We call it Yeri Beto. When you are sitting at the back, there is no way for you to peep outside. All you want is just stretch your neck towards the end. And if you want to split, you will tell the other one to please, sir, please move your head to one side. That is Yeri Beto. And this the gear system of the car is very frustrating. You engage the car, you go like this, the first gear, the second one, the third one, you go like this, the fourth one, you go like this. If you want to engage in the reverse gear, you go like this. Because it's funny. Yes, unlike these days when you just go into automatic gear system and you move on. So, this man was riding on the highway. He saw a lady looking for a ride. He stopped by the roadside, picked the lady. After due compliments, he was going. Unconsciously, if he engaged the car, gear 1, 2. If he wants to engage the car in gear 3, he will do like this. There is no how you do like this. You will not touch the man beside you, the woman or the man beside you. So as he was doing it, he was touching somewhere unconsciously. Later, he regained his consciousness and he stopped doing it. If he wants to engage the car in gear 3, he will do like this. In order to avoid the other woman. And the woman realized the man was no longer comfortable. He said, according to his own Bible, not my own Bible, Matthew 7:7. He said, check, continue do what thou doest. Continue do what thou doest. Continue do what thou doest. Thank you.